I'm in the mood for that right now because I'm trying to figure out how a lot of you who are currently going through the hell they created, and you can still see the characters that actually brought you here, and then you are turning around to say they should hope that Nigeria will be better. So for me, if I see you one-on-one, she may say congratulations to you, Snipe Sodiki or Logbon, very smart man. Eh? The ideal thing is the moment you don't feel comfortable, I'll tell you this, right? The moment you don't feel comfortable, I mean, you don't have to shake it. Imagine shake it because somebody comment, I will mention your name. The ideal thing is that, listen, you just log out. Where? Me, I'm out of here. You know how the people do it? Hey, I'm out of here. I thought you are somebody who is reasonable. Oh, ni kure. Because I'm saying something the way that makes you uncomfortable. Out of all of this, which role did you play in bringing Nigeria to this stage? What role did you play in gaslighting people for APC, for 8 years? Abi, that's your role. You don't think you are responsible for it, Abi? By telling people to hold on and be hopeful. Bokwari is doing wonder. All of the result of what Bokwari was doing and APC they were doing. Change take time. Change start with you. Olori Buruku Arai. Are you one of them? Are you one of those repentant Tashiri of APC? Egbe? Oh, you are now obedient. So because you are now obedient, I shouldn't, Mayegun, you don't need to curse them. Let us move on from it. I can spend another 20 minutes. One by one. Because we know you won't change. I know you won't change. Because think only changing you lori brukuni. Chongbo. And every time that the result that is actually something that a lot of you, even though they say you can't shame the shameless. Of course, you can't shame the shameless, but you can cause the shameless. You know, something is this. When somebody says, I don't even believe in Nigeria anymore. Mayegun, let us move on. Na demo. When somebody says, Mayegun, it's okay, let us move on. Na demo. Don't think they are my friend, or they are not my friend. Sure, you get. What happened is that you see those ekwe that I'm actually dropping batch by batch. Not as if to say it's going to probably change them, okay? But from where I come from, Ijebu, you can sit down like this, everybody will sit down. And they will say, I beg, now who take my lip gloss here? Nobody will say anything. For the second time, who took my lip gloss here? No answer. Olori Buruku wo, Mashanfani Timoto Makpa wo. What unfortunate soul, who wants to be this unfortunate, misfortunate, and you know, and so you go, it's okay now. Is it not just lip glossy? It's here, it just fell here. You don't need to curse. It's not an issue of cursing. It's here. Nobody, that's the lip gloss here. Take. How come nobody said anything when I was asking peacefully? So you sit down there, I'm like, hey, peace. I mean, this Nigerian government is very bad. All these people are criminals. Very deadly people. Say, yeah, it's true, Mayegun. It's true. Tell them. Very good. I love you, Mayegun. I love this guy. I mean, but there are some people who are actually backing them. There are people who are actually convincing and gaslighting other people. There are those who are, no, Mayegun, it's okay. You don't need to curse. It's all right. I mean, I like the fact that you are exposing them, Mayegun. I like the fact. I like what you are doing. But you don't need to, she was supporting one. You are one of them. Hibernating on my platform, acting like you are nice. When I want to cause bigots and I start mentioning them, you begin to see, even though, even me, Mayegun, I'm a Yoruba, and I'm not a bigot, but there's something I want to say. You see all the Igbos, they always believe that, say, why did you use all the Igbos? Okay, maybe not all the Igbos, but some Igbos say, okay, some Igbos did, tell me more. I mean, everywhere they go, all these Igbo people, everywhere, I say, Baba, second time, all these Igbo again. No, I'm not a bigot, too. It's not that I'm a bigot, too. And then another one will come. Man, I have never seen an honest Yoruba man before. Abba. Then they shout bigot. Quickly jump. Take the front row. This is the first time I'm seeing a Yoruba man that is not biased. This is the first time I'm seeing a Yoruba man that is very, very, and you are not bigot. So when we begin to make pele, once we begin to dish everybody's own what have you, bigot, they will say, Emayegun, it's okay, you don't need to talk like that. Emayegun, let us move on. Let us don't ever tell me to move on, but it is spirit. When the spirit tells me that at this point, as a blacksmith, alagbede, if I see a sign on this rod here, it is my duty before I move on to fix it, and I have to hammer it as many times as I want to perfect my heart. Do you understand? They destroyed Nigeria. They helped them, gaslighting everyone, telling you that why can't you hope for something better in Nigeria, as if to say, hopeless usodin Johnny wo. Iwo ni hopeless usodigba of Ewiriabi. Keep hoping on hopelessness, when indeed what they are doing are going to further contribute to the rot, and lives, millions of it, are going to be impacted. Listen, you can't hope for that. When the action is contrary to anything you can hope on, and somebody is gaslighting you and say, let us hope for the better. Now, so they tell you to make you hope for the better under Bokwari. A lot of you do lushi. So if I call you, say, you go take a personal. I could have felt like a personal attack, you. Honestly speaking, because I remember that, they used to call me small money in my area. I was doing fine. And I thought that if APC come in and they begin to do kiniko, life will be better. And I actually asked other people, all my household, everybody on my street, we decided to vote for Bokwari. Yeah, education, no matter. All these things, no matter. Let us move on. Nigeria can be great. Today, etidoloshi. Etidoloshi nui. Otiwani journey to quarter to olushi already. A lot of you to fair escape olushizim that these guys actually brought upon you. Canada, America, UK, Ibienuriyo, Ipadeda abroad. Is that not it? So one sort of lower, you want to take a persona. On so we can move on. You don't need to curse. Sorry. That's why I said like a blacksmith, I can stay on that. Because everything they do have lifetime impacts. These guys are destroying education in Nigeria. Do you not know that that's the future they're telling you to hope on, that they are destroying? Do you not think it that way? No? Allo nikure. I'm telling you to think. On reverse here. And they talk to you. You they try. Something is cutting here. I'm trying to let you realize that if you are wishing this upon yourself, it's just a matter of time. It's just so unfortunate that you are not going to go down alone. Look at other innocent people that this is going to get caught, who are going to get caught in all of this. Education. Baba. Education has become a luxury. And a lot of you boss corner whether you don't need education yourself anymore. Start crying. And people are what happened? And you say, well, I just thought about the future of Nigeria. Nigeria don't get future. You know it. I know it. And all the contributory factor to it, we are all witnessing it. What role are you playing? Telling people to shut up, give them time, gaslighting people, calling them enemies of Nigeria, and the real enemies whose actions and inactions are impacting the lives of millions. Take a look at the lives of the Nigerian students right now. I mean, come on now. A lot of you ayé yín ti bàjẹ́, ayé yín ti rún débi pé mind ká yé aláyé bàjẹ́ mọ́ kó bàjẹ́ bí tiyín olórí burúkú yín. Mind. Majority of you who are these ashiris one by one, oh, these older generations, they told you to go to school. You went to school. Get a certificate and degree. You did. Once you did, then you can also start a better life, get a job, start a family, even start a business, contribute back to the society. Olórí burúkú yín ló wá ń pín rice lé lọ́wọ́ ńsìn yín. Majority of you in your 40s, in your 50s, in your late 30s. I know in late 30s, yẹn ló tiẹ̀ ṣe mí jù. At the age of late 30s, see your life. Take a look at your 30 years or 35 years of existence. Look at what Nigeria has done to you. What have you done wrong? What have you done wrong? That actually put you in this current state. Watching me right now. What did you do wrong? You didn't do anything wrong there because except that you were born in Nigeria. Therefore, life is already leading you by 3-0, 4-0. There are some of us that life has been leading by 5-0 already. By the time they try to get to 5-2, that is something that is close to average. They don't turn 80. They're about to die. Use all your lifetime to struggle. Ologun must struggle. Ologun must struggle. After years of graduation, jobless, poor, wretched, frustrated. You are sitting down there. You are not on type. You are typing. You have a message for me. You have a response for me. You are fighting for who? You are fighting for those who have already mortgaged the future. If you ever have to procreate and have kids, they've mortgaged all their future. Where are they going to operate per se? In your head, where you are hoping, Abi? Where you are hoping that Nigeria will get to a country one day. Police will be police. Government will be government. This one will be that. Everybody will do their job. And everybody will be safe. It doesn't happen in your head. When you look at their actions, they are creating more criminals. They are creating avenues for more hustlers, frustrated young people that will do everything to continue to confirm that Nigeria is a crime scene. Look at this Unilag students. Last week, they brought a policeman to shoot at them. Remember? They resumed, they call it day 2 protest, and they were there today, I think. And they brought in police again. Inside the rain, they were there on the street holding hand like say they were the victims. In a rotten system that some of them cannot send their children to school. Not actually getting paid there properly, right? Minimum wage in Nigeria is 30,000 naira. Then a child who is in the university will have to cough out over 200,000 naira to overstudy Yoruba. Can you even believe that? Yoruba Timon Solenui. I go Unilag, go pay 170,000 naira to speak Yoruba. And the certificate, which I go take and do. Inside one Indian factory. Abi our Pakistani factory, they do casual labor, collect 20,000, 30,000. Olori Brukuniyo. Now you are watching them do this, so it's not new. I just thought I should remind you that people who are doing this, they are not people who wish Nigeria well. They are not people who wish the future of Nigeria better. And Olori Brukwara, you won't mind Kayeti Wono Kile for education. What did you use the education for? Abi, you graduated Kosishe, fine bara no ni. Abi. If you are not doing fine bara, you are doing any fraudulent, whatever you can do. Those who are actually doing the real job, they are being robbed off every now and then that they can't wait to get out of the old mess. Or they ended up being part of you. And the same people who are doing all of that are the people you are holding your Shinko phone, they type now. They tell me, say, make us shut up. Oh, ni kure. Oh, go to Unilag, they come.
Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn. Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Imagine a lot of you watching me right now who also schooled in Nigeria, whether you are still living in Nigeria or you are living outside Nigeria, at your age, see your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren in the same Nigeria that you went to school, that you sang soli, 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 we shall always fight for our right. Grandpa sing am, Papa sing am, Mama sing am, Baba, great-grandpa sing am, great-grandma sing am. In 2023, your grandchildren are also singing soli, soli, soli. The future, then. Can you see the future? That all of us, if we climb Kilimanjaro, we will never see. That the future we do so. It is similar to when your children are shouting up NEPA. They changed the name. They changed the name of NEPA to PHCN. Even the children they gave birth to 20 years after they changed the name, if light come now, they will still shout up NEPA. Some people, I was reading somewhere, right, where some people were discussing when they discovered that, something don't do me. They said people were giving their different views and all of that. And these guys were talking about their kids. And one of them was like, that he's done everything to make sure that the kid doesn't have to reflect the environment that she's being raised. But one day, while everyone was kind of in the house and there was no light, then they brought light, the electricity, and their 3-year-old baby shouted, Peppa! My guy said, now that time he was like, oh the boy. My own daughter self go they shout up NEPA. When is Nigeria going to really work? It is not going to work. This is not how a country that will work actually operates. Okay? A lot of you are like born criminals too. You are worse than this criminal you call your leader. So you're only waiting for your turn until a system that is going to cleanse all of you of your criminality, that will make your criminality or your criminal existence to no longer be attractive. Okay? Take a look at this. Whether you are a police officer in Nigeria or a military officer in Nigeria, whatever you are in Nigeria, no matter how deeper you are into the system, the day you leave Nigeria, nobody go sit you down for any airport and start telling you, now so we they do here, now so that they behave here, watch your language, watch your step, be careful here, be careful there. Nobody they sit anybody down for airport to explain. Now the moment where you land, clear the border, and you enter that country. Now from there you go to tell yourself, say, even if they don't tell you, say, may you behave, you go behave. That's exactly what I'm saying. Until Nigeria has that, which is not possible under this arrangement, you can clearly make Baba. You remember what I told you about what a corrupt system does? It doesn't work in anybody's favor. You may get protection today and thinking you have immunity from all of this. You don't. The problem there is that it is always going to be, how do they put it? They said it's like a round table. Okay? If you want to describe injustice, so to say, or lawlessness in a country where rascality of the law, rascality of or this and that are always the order of the day, okay? It is like a round table that is spinning, okay? It is going to have everybody served. Everyone is going to be served. Now, when it gets to your turn, and you begin to do what everybody does best, power hungry, out of this, like on top of this world and all of that, then when it moves, you will find yourself on the other side. That is what a lawless society operates like, not a standard system that indeed meets all standard of what standard really mean. Nigeria doesn't have that. I told you, I said, even though A lot of you can claim to be street. Mayegun Emi street. Martinelli, you, a former soldier, street boy, you get all of the quality, Abi. Or you see this information I'm about to give you. I know you know it. I want to believe you do. And it may be very vital. And to the rest of us, maybe Jew, people we don't know too much, innocent people, we just want to live. We just want to live. We don't like wahala. We just want to exist. Okay? Make government no come they pick my pocket, threaten my life. And then, no, we just want to exist peacefully, pay our taxes, make our money, manage our family, contribute to the society, and live in a standard moderate world of Yabi. Baba, people like us also need this information. It's not new. If you found yourself in trouble, for example, armed robbers, don't say it's impossible. If you found yourself that armed robbers are chasing you, Baba, fine. If you are a street boy like Martinelli, you can possibly start this car race and escape. I don't want to promise, I don't want to advise you on that, okay? But let's assume that where you are trying to escape from being robbed, you now see police checking point or checkpoint ahead, where they say, hey, stop, you're particular. Baba, I need down, beg you. I need down, beg you, second time. I advise you to run back to the armed robbers and give them whatever they want. They may likely spare your life. And tell them you are sorry. See, you turn back and run back to them and say, Emmanuel, don't shoot. Let me come back. Let me come back to you. Mistake. I made a mistake. Initially, I thought they were assassinating you. I didn't know that it was you. Good boys, you. I thought they were assassinating you. Take anything you want to take. If you go enter police hand, show my barista Otilo. And it's not just me. On record, on camera, a Nigerian policeman had this to say. Maybe that should remind you how criminally the system is. And anytime any of us can be a victim, even when we are not even like in any wrong place or doing any wrong thing. Listen to this guy.
More of only you follow. Come they challenge a person where carry rifle, stand for road. They wait for enemy. You might come they find the person in trouble. You don't know that the person picking you, channel you to the enemy. You don't know. You never hear that one before. Pa, you don't go. One rifle will go on top of you, will snap you same. That one don't go. Wait till you could talk again. Who go say yes, you know be enemy. Who go say yes, you be enemy.
From the horse's mouth. If you are laughing at what I said, are you still laughing at that one? That is Nigeria. And that is the one that is caught on camera. You see this Olori Bruku that told you that police is your friend. My hand no deal. Sure, you guys see. It depends on the work you are doing. That will determine if the police is your friend. And when what you are doing is involves money, my hand no deal. Sure, you get. Bail is free. Police is your friend. Omo otilo niye o. Olo ni jare olo otiye yin. Igi agbalumo ni wo pa wa o. However, as for the Unilag students, it's unfortunate that even the underpaid policemen, look at them, see them in the rain, that they protect who? Okay, who these people they protect gone now? Like, why are they here? Because students, they ask that their school fees should be reduced. Waiting these policemen they do. Now then they protest.
Because if we allow this to stand, destiny will crush. If we allow this to stand, posterity will judge us. I will say, when this thing was increased, God did you do? I will not build many of these from above. Maybe I will not build Unilag and all in the Western region with for money. before, this is 1960. Obafemi Awolowo was 1960. But today, now we have crude oil. We cannot maintain our university. And we take because
ọlọ́màjà ká wá láti ibi tí ò dáa. What will not be unfortunate? See policemen. Those are the policemen that the politicians in Nigeria are relying on, Abi. That they will give them gun, they will give them this or that. The day will go be the day. You see that man will be like that. That one will get poor belly. Second to the last. I'm not talking about that last one. We be like what do you call it? Dibia of one village somewhere. Where can they do vigilante? Can wear black. That last one. But the one before the last one, that one we get stuck, we get stomach. Imagine people are all like, hey, follow them. That one won't take run. Some of them, if they don't go out every day to go and extort the people, threaten them and then steal from them, they are not different from these people. If they see food, now so that they chase some more. Maybe doubting that. You need to go and see some of the videos of the palliative, looting of palliatives in 2020. Even policemen saw people looting the warehouse, stealing food. The palliative that was supposed to be given to them. About police, carry gun, put gun down, remove cap, put them inside between his belt. Policeman, they carry semo, they carry rice, and they enter Kana. I say, she fake para any. Now somebody will commit suicide, go carry load, enter Kana. You know that Kana era for those places. Go and check the video. I'm so sorry I didn't bring that video here. I should have. That's the level of poverty that exists in that contraption. That is the level of hypocrisy among all these people. And you begin to ask yourself, but they are only doing their job. Doing their job. When there was a day I went to, when there was a time I went to go and spend my holiday at Okoko. I'm Okoko. I don't know if you are watching anyway, because she will always be like, that is what she will say every time I manage to speak to her. She will be like, when did you turn to this? I'm not surprised, but I knew you were going to be something of this kind of vocal, but I just didn't see it this way. That's Mama Okoko. She's probably watching. But there was a day I went there to go and spend my holiday. And early in the morning, I've told you this story before, right? Baba, ole, they shoot. You know those ole where they carry TV, they go steal your TV, steal your stereo, steal your everything. There was no mobile phone then. There were no mobile phones. Ole. So normally when you hear ole, you'll be panicking like, ole. Meanwhile, we didn't know that they were actually chasing the thieves from the upper side of that area in Okokomaiko. So why those thieves, they didn't know the area well, right? And so they finally caught, I think they caught one. Then they came back to catch two. Inside there. What do they call that thing again? There's, what is Oyinbo of Ira, Gonself? What is English of Ira? Kana, abi, Sokewe Kana. You know that kind of that, is it creek? You shall understand what I'm trying to say. Abi can. Whoa. Anyway, what happened was that there is water, there is sand, and it is sinking. You cannot jump into it. You jump into your death. So that day, I saw two thieves who are like this. Because they don't jump into canal. They didn't know. They were trying to escape. Now people can't they give them bamboo. Hold that bamboo. Sure you get it. They say, hold that bamboo to save them, to rescue them from that ditch. When they now took them out, they can't burn them on top one dump site there. They set them ablaze. They burned them alive, all of them, 3 of them. And I was kind of, at that time, I was like, Omo, now some person go sink if you enter canal swamp. Oh, go ne badge for you. Oyibo lagbara gan, mo just say, thank God, say we fit talk am. Oyibo don't fit speak Yoruba, you know that, like this. And you sit down there, except if you want to just be doing, oh, when they will be pronouncing it in a way that you will have to use your idea to understand what he's saying, right? And but you'll be like, Oyibo speaking Yoruba, Abi. So if I speak English, now understand the matter. So thank you very much. Now swamp, they call them swamp. Era, swamp. So now that swamp, I saw policeman. They carry 2 gari, enter because of hunger. In 2020, people they steal gari, they steal rice. Policeman self carry gun, put gun down, jump in there, carry 2 gari. I said, what is this, officer? Well, probably it's part of their training. It didn't it didn't sink. It didn't drown, rather. It didn't drown. So, when you now look at them today, the same policemen that I know with what Nigeria has become, even though with the latest, with Kolu, they see now everybody, they can't feel them now. Even the people where they collect bribes, they know too they give the bribe here and there because money not too there anymore. But look at them with gun, hungry policemen. I'll show you again. They were there trying to attack children who are fighting for their future that is about to be taken away from them. Just like that. And since that's what they have done to those before them, okay? Nobody cares. Look at the policemen. How many of them send their own children to university without collecting bribe? Rather, look at all those faces again.
Because if we allow this to stand, destiny will crush. If we allow this to stand, posterity will judge us. I would say, when this thing was increased, what did you do? I won't know what built many of these from above me. I won't know what Unilag and others in the Western region with Popo money. It was Popo. This is 1960. Above me, I won't know what it was 1960. But today, now we have crude oil. We cannot maintain our university. And we
Nigeria policemen. I know some of them will be watching me too. I would have loved to feel sorry for all of now. But there's no point in feeling sorry for you. Because even your sorry is sorry. Let's be honest. Just like somebody will say, Mayego, how do you do it? Every time I talk, I think about Nigeria. I just feel so tired. I've decided not to think about, Mayego, how do you do it every night? My tiredness is tired. Even my own tire is tired too. But guess what? If you are in my shoes, not talking about it as well, that one self na sickness. Because I've they talk in my sleep. And before you know it, they'll say, you know that Mayegun that usually kind of talk about Nigeria, and we advised him that, my brother, stop talking about Nigeria. Because the things will still continue to happen. And I stop talking about it. And the people will tell you that there is this man, is a very kind of popular man in Glasgow. You'll be seeing videos. It's like, how could they, Nigeria, this, they don't carry and go one place, they treat them more. I'm just saying. The point here is that in the course of talking about it, a lot of people whose decisions or opinions about these criminals, about Nigeria, were mostly rigged before now, are beginning to ask more questions, more enlightened. And in fact, they are getting more clarity when it comes to their choices about Nigeria. And that's a win for Mayegu and all of us. So I am going to take calls, but it's just going to be like for a part of this tonight. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I will take 1 or 2 or even more calls. So if you are up for it, remember, every one of you who are currently in service, try and get and do what? Like the broadcast. That's how you kind of hold me so much to show that you were here. In case if you are living, okay? Like the broadcast, share it, and subscribe onto my channel If you haven't, I will be back. Suwe. I've got my first caller. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, the prince.
Let's
Prince Judgeman. How are you?
Baba, with the hello, our family now.
Well, we thank God, though. We are here, surviving. Thanks for asking.
Yes, Baba. Well done to see your hand. The work you are doing, I told you are saving life. You save life, you know.
Thank you, Baba.
Yeah, as your message they go. Thank God, all my people for village. Then they listen to your message now. So happy. You know, everybody everybody there sensitized. You know, I make sure I share to groups. Let our people share to groups. Very important.
Especially
when you
groups.
share this message to groups, it goes far. From group, people will share also. You know, that we help to spread this message. This message needs to go very, very far. You know, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Information, very vital.
Information is power. Knowledge is power.
Yeah.
Right. The prince.
Yeah, but thank you. Tonight I want to touch some area. You see, the thing abomination going on in Nigeria. Our people need to wake up. Because most of things that are happening, this election stuff, is a distraction to the real thing. You know, during the election time, you know, Abu Salami, It was the one that was that they choose to come and hold their peace accord. You remember?
I know. That's always the trick. Do peace accord.
But,
And then, yeah, come bring
but
violence.
this is the man that this is the man that wrote that 1999 Constitution.
Yes.
You know, that is killing everybody. The 99 Constitution that made the North to be Nigeria, then the South, I don't know the country where they belong to. You understand? Is the one that is holding peace accord. The one, somebody that's supposed to be in jail. You know, for giving this constitution to the the civilians, and the civilians being that they are crooks that enter, they know that that constitution is a bondage to the whole nation. You know, the military just wrote that constitution so that they can just remain in power and control and be in control. That's it. That's nothing else. The reason why they wrote that constitution. Okay, but when the civilians entered, they saw that they can use it to also abuse the people, abuse the power, and they continue using it. Then, secondly, Baba, I see you talk about NNPC yesterday, that they privatized NNPC. NNPC and people are still working there, and government are paying them. The thing that they've the thing that they privatized, sold out. Government is still paying. You know, the workers that are working there.
And NNPC is still collecting Nigeria crude oil money.
Exactly, they are still collecting royalty for Nigeria.
And whatever they say they collected, they will collect percentage from it now. And we don't even know the owners of NNPC anymore.
You see, why I touched there, I want to revise there because you see, when they came in, when these people came in, Miloko, and they immediately announced subsidy. You know, I was still reasoning why is the reason for this man to announce the subsidy this time around, that people are dying, people are committing suicide in Nigeria. You know, so I just figure out something, that the people that handed over power to him, they are the Fulani henchmen, you know, that are empowered. They are the one that recruited all the repentant
everything.
The so repentant Boko Haram in all the armed forces of Nigeria. And that's why nobody can ever get security in that country. But the security is already breached. Okay. I figure out that the reason why that subsidy announcement, because the Kolu and his team knows that it's going to cause a calamity, it's going to cause a big problem in Nigeria. But the reason is part of his assignment, signature with these henchmen that are going out, so that they can cover up, or Nigeria can forget all the atrocities of Buhari government. You know, today as we speak, you know that the Fulani, they are still parading their cows everywhere.
Yes, sir.
And since this Jagaban entered, he has never said anything about that. You know, and that is number one insecurity we have in Nigeria, because that behind those cows are the terrorists that are carrying AK-47, marching along with them. He has never made any comment about that, showing you that this is part of the agreement. Don't touch anything about Fulani, and announce this subsidy, because once you announce it, and the money that Nigeria was paying for this fuel, it triples. Everybody will forget about Buhari. They will look to see Buhari as a saint. Do you understand? This is the top secret I'm telling you. You know, without that, he knows that this subsidy removal that is announced will completely damage his government, which already his government is damaged.
Anyway.
He went on to do it. You understand? This is part of his contract with this Fulani henchmen that hold Nigerian to ransom. Are you getting me? And they are the same people that are They are the same people that are telling us that restructuring under their foot. Kolu has never said anything about restructuring since he entered. And you know that without restructuring that country, we are going nowhere.
Do you remember when they told El Rufai to lead a committee, APC committee on restructuring before 2019 election? Do you still remember that?
Exactly.
It was all fraud, lies. Man, Prince.
Exactly.
I'll take another one. Thank you so much.
So finally, Baba, can I just say one thing?
All right, quick.
I just want them to know, but we are not pleading to them again. We are in Supreme Court about the matter of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, the more they are holding Nnamdi Kanu, the more the fabrics. I just want them to know this. The more the fabrics that hold that in the idea so much, which is one Nigeria, will continue to break up from inside. To save their own life, they better live Nnamdi Kanu alone. The earlier the better for them. But if they continue to hold in Nnamdi Kanu, they are going nowhere with their government. I just want them to know that. They are listening in Abuja.
The Prince.
Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. All right, let me take another one, and then, like I said, just going to take a few calls tonight. It's not going to be a long stretch as well. Okay. Hello there.
Hello, Baba. Good day, sir.
Good evening. How you doing, Baba?
I do. This is Chooks calling from Canada.
Chooks, how you doing?
I'm okay. I'm good. Mayego, please, there is something I want to address, not particularly today, but what happened yesterday. Right. I think that was the last call you had. The guy from Delta State that said there is something he doesn't think about the Igbos, and he was talking about when they come to a place and open a business, they don't employ other people. I want to say something because I think there are still some a couple of Mayegu fans that also need deliverance or need to be liberated.
No, we actually have many. A lot of them are currently in closet. But yeah, go on. Chooks.
Yeah. Number one, the only thing I want to say in that aspect is that firstly, there is no Nigerian that says that if you open a company or probably, and when they say company, it's not like big company. These are just somebody who open a spare parts company that needs 2 or 3 people, right? Mm-hmm. Even Igbos, when they go, that their what do they call that apprenticeship process. Even when they come to Igbo land, you'll find out that you see that they took their father's sister who married somewhere or is a relative, they will just pick someone that is in one way or the other related to them. They don't just come to Igbo land and pick anyhow person.
As well, it doesn't work that way.
Do you get me? Then this person will say that this person come to your village, it didn't stop you from opening that same business and employ your own people. Then you just hate them because they don't employ you. As I am not saying that if you have big companies, do you understand me? Then you can employ everybody. But this is somebody who open some of them provision store, and you want them to. They definitely going to pick somebody that they are comfortable.
You want to judge them based on who they employ or how many people they work with them and all of that, simply because you feel like nobody should judge anyone that way or hold it against anybody. But again, everybody just need a reason. So that's what I figured out. They just need a reason.
Exactly. So those are the people that I think you still need to. You're doing a good job, But those people should please, that's what I want to chip in. Thank you very much.
Job right now because I bet a lot of people felt the same way after they listened to this caller last night. We'll all keep learning until we get to that stage that all these things won't matter anymore. We hope they won't anyway. Thanks so much, Chris.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Sorry, Chooks, rather. Chris. Why do I keep having Chris? I think that was my caller, Chris, last night, and I've kept that name in my head since. Anyway, so thanks so much, Chooks. So, hello.
Michael General.
Yes, sir.
Let me hail you first.
Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Good evening.
Let me hail you for all the great works that you're doing.
Thanks a lot.
This is nobody. Give me a call just to say, keep up the fire.
I will.
Keep up the fire.
Thanks a lot.
Because we need to make sure that these people understand. On a quick point, on the 20th of the 10th, which is 20th October 2023, marks 3 years of the EnSars massacres.
It does.
The young people went out and they were murdered. As you said on the program, the people went to election, they were murdered. They went out to protest, they were murdered. We need to be able to commemorate them in a way that these people who we see all about the place in London, all around, you see the governors, you see the former governors, you see the ministers. We need to make them shake and look over their shoulder to make them know one day we will capture them. We will capture them and we'll make an example of them. That's what we need to do. So 2010, 23, 20th of October, we need to make a point that our young were murdered. The people who did it. Yes, there will be something in London in front of the Nigerian High Commission. We're putting it together with others so that if anybody wants to come out to make them know that we haven't forgotten, we will never forgive. Blood spilled, especially of the future, the young, will never be given up just like that.
Can you put my name
so
down?
we need to continue like that. Definitely, citizen.
I would
definitely
love to
so.
be there.
Yes.
I mean, seriously.
Yes.
If it's a sort of finalized, sort of plan, in a way
yes,
that
it
is definitely going to hold, right? I will be.
Yes.
There.
Yes.
I promise.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, because you're definitely doing your bit. But well done again, citizen. You're doing great work.
To check their own calendars right now. It will be a thing, and we shouldn't just sit and talk like people say all the time. When we have a chance of grouping or gathering together, right, in comradeship like this, right, we should take it, especially for those who might have the time. I'm going to be in London that day. God spare my life.
Well done, citizen. Well done, citizen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Keep up the great work. Thank you.
Bless you, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, that's a good thing, though. Which means that if you happen to be in London around that time, please come on. I'll continue talking about it, by the way, since we know there's something being planned. All right, here we go. Hello.
Hi, my good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, how are you? How's the family?
Well, thank God. Thank you for asking.
Okay. I just don't know how you do it, like you said it earlier, because this it's just mind wrenching. Anyway, let me not take much of your time there. I'll to come in. I want to touch on some few things, and I will start with the 99 Constitution that everybody keeps banging on about. What is wrong with us? The problem is not this Constitution. The problem is the people that are interpreting the Constitution. Did we not have 25%? Did we not have 25% in that Constitution? So what's bad in that? So why are we going on about Constitution? These people, like David even rightly alluded yesterday, that these people don't have respect for law, for rule of law.
It doesn't even matter which law, whether it is 2023 Constitution or 1980 Constitution. No, these ones just don't have any respect. Right.
If we got the best constitution that can work in any civilized society, they will bastardize it. These people don't care. They think they own. They think they can do whatever they like and get away with it. They don't give a shit. Okay, we keep going on, and that's one of my problems with my Biafran brothers, my IPOB brothers, and all that. First of all, let's put our house in order. Charity begins at home. Nnamdi Kanu will give a directive. Simon Ekpa will give another directive. I mean, it doesn't. It makes us look like it makes us look like clowns, dummies. How do we want to achieve that victory? So and I hope all IPOB
coming together is so important.
I believe that Samuel Ekpa is doing more harm to these to this struggle than good. We have one common enemy. We've got to flush out of these people. We've got. I mean, they're not more than us. So we can't be doing things like that and continue doing the same thing and expecting a different result.
No way.
Nnamdi Kanu is being held illegally. Everybody agrees. Even the Northerners even agree that he's being held legally. The few ones, but they don't talk. The Northerners, the youth, most of their youth, but they just keep quiet. They don't talk. Yeah. So let's just be mindful. And all the time we keep saying Fulani. Is the man in Ogun State? Is he a Fulani man?
No, he's not.
Or Uzodinjo? Is he a Fulani man? No. Let's see. Let's be intelligent in the way we present our narratives. It's not only Fulani. There are evil and bad people from every tribe. From Ijo, from Akpabio. Is he a Fulani man?
No.
So it's not Hausa Fulani, it's not only Hausa Fulani, it's the evil elements in Nigeria that we need to hunt down and get rid of them. So let's get our narrative right. It's not our job about blabbing. We'll blab here. Nnamdi Kanu will say no more sit down and all that. And that guy is sitting down in Finland and causing problems and confusion. Sunday Igboho, nobody's talking about him. He's out there in another person's land and all that, the criminal. Nobody's talking about it. And some people will just be whispering, Yoruba Nation, and all that. They're not whispering, they're not talking about it.
So, Baba, thank you so much for that, okay? Just because, on this platform, right, the right to share your view, which is solely yours and all that, puts me in a position whereby I can't say what you have in mind. But now
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is to address ourselves and say,
me, not even you. You've spoken clearly. Everybody heard you clearly. You didn't even mix anything you wanted to say, which is great, right? But I do tell people that to make this make sense to all of us, we are not kids here, right? So if I say, come on and speak your mind, I shouldn't begin to kind of dip my hand in your mouth before you speak your mind, okay? But I also add that when you say something, because a lot of people are hearing, they also have the right to respond. You know what I mean? Like somebody's going to call in and he's going to pick up what you just said. And that's how things kind of work on this platform.
Exactly. And thanks for the previous caller for the EnSars thing. We should get more information. I'll be there as well myself on the day.
And we should. I mean, it shouldn't just even be London. I don't know the plans of our people in the US, but something will spur something anyway, But you made a very valid point, by the way, right? We should be coordinated and mind our narratives. And if we all want to actually have a result out of this, there's no point in having factions here and there.
Exactly. That's why I said united we stand, together we fall.
I get that. But let's hear from others too, Baba. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
So I have another caller on the line. Like I said, let's keep it very much respectful. As you have the right to speak your mind, other people have their own right too, okay? And if you are responding to anybody's position, right, just remember that it is all views, which is all expected to differ, okay? Here we go. Hello, sir.
Yeah, my good general.
How are you, sir? Baoni.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. My good, sir. There are two things I just want to talk about.
Please.
And I always stressing a point about this President Kolu. And from day one, I keep saying, who is this man? To the extent that everybody, even the American government, they were aback and giving out details about him. Where is he from? Which country? Which local government? Which town? What of the father or the mother, their native land? How is he? How is the man?
Something that an average Nigerian will answer without having to put up any trouble. All these things you listed right now, anybody from Nigeria can answer all of them one by one, if they actually will, except Tinubu.
Yeah, because this man, like I said, is he an alien? Is it from somewhere that was just dropped somewhere, and there's a mystery surrounding that man that up to now is still bothering me? You know, I Google, there's so a lot of things about him. Anyway, you see, I keep telling Nigerian, our people, that the